We thank you everyone for coming. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Yeah.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Lisa, I need you with those claims real quick.
We didn't write down.
I forgot to write the total down.
640,705.55.
705? Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, first item will be approval of the claims. As Lisa just stated, we had a total of $640,705.55. Lisa, anything you want to add to that total or make a note of it or anything?
No.
Any questions, guys? Okay, we need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims as submitted.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 3-0. Next item is approval of the 3/18/2026 Town Council meeting minutes. Any questions with that?
No.
Okay, we need a motion.
Make a motion to approve the 3/18/2026 Town Council meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, signify by aye.
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 Aye, motion passes 3-0. Next is the town manager report. Milton, he had to leave. He is not here tonight. He did give us a report. There's a couple things some of the other guys are going to bring up. A couple things that I just wanted to say. The first one is, I think Milton's, this is his 9th week when we hired him in. This is the department heads and all the employees. He is the top chain of command. So everyone, the ladies here in the office and so on, will report to Milton. We do have department heads, and you have your individuals under you that you still are in charge of, but it will all flow through Milton. So in case there was any kind of a question about how, because there for a while we didn't have a town manager and we were counting on everybody trying to just take care of everything. So we want to make that clear just in case there was any questions. And the only other thing that I just wanted to point out, just a reminder, he wanted that he will be out of the office on April 28th until May 1st. He's going to that IMMA conference at Pokagon, which we approved last month. So I just wanted everyone to be aware of that. Okay, next would be the superintendent of utilities.
I'll skip down just where I'm asking money at. If you guys have any questions on the other few things, you can bring it up. Yeah. We got 8 transclosers in town, which a transcloser is basically a transformer, but it's 3 cans like on a bowl. These sit on the ground. They're very dangerous to work around because everything's exposed. Most of them are in cabinets, but we do have one that's in the open, nothing around it except for a fence. I've been telling anybody I run across, I said, if you're willing to change it out, we will pay for the new transformer on our side, but you have to do all the work on your side. I do have one place right now that would like to do that because Weirco, their side, the wires, theirs is wide open, it's just got a fence around it. Their wires are starting to go bad on their side, so I offered that to them and they were taking it. So, and we're also going to downsize their transformer. Right now they got 3 500s, which is 1500 kVA. We're going to take it down to 1000 kVA. So I went ahead and I got 5 different quotes for transformers. And you can see they range from 445, 49 down to 33, 400. The last time I bought one of these was 17 or 16. They were 18,000 then. They've almost doubled since then. So I'd like to purchase one from Jerry's Electric. I'll get you guys' approval for that.
Now that you say all these that we have, Brian, is this something you're going to come back again in other meetings and have to do this again for someone else? Or is this,
Possibly.
okay.
Yeah. I hope. I'd like to get rid of them because they're
Because there's 8, you said.
8 total, right?
So there could be 7 more opportunities if.
Some of them I've got covered with the spares we ordered here a few months ago, that if they do come up and want to change, I can come with spares and just have to replace our spare then.
This is the only one for now.
For now, yep.
So what's this doing? It's making it safer? What's...
It's safer. I mean, it's a lot easier for the guys to be around.
Okay.
I mean, I should have took pictures of them, but they're very dangerous. I mean, everything's exposed. Your wiring just coming off from your tops. I mean, it's just exposed. It's pretty dangerous. Where you open a panel up, don't get me wrong, it's still dangerous no matter
Sure,
what.
yeah.
But it's just the way everything's made, stuff like that. A lot of towns don't even have transclosures anymore, they've done away with them for
So we're
years.
just getting rid of them, is what you're doing.
Yes,
Okay.
So it's a transclosure, that we would say, or a
transformer.
transformer, okay.
And Jerry's Electric,
Yep,
Is the one of us.
they're all the same.
same, yeah, they're
They're all
apples.
the apples, yeah.
Any more questions, guys?
No.
We would need an approval on that.
I'll make a motion, we approve purchase of a transformer from Jerry's Electric to the amount of $33,400.
Is there a second?
Second,
All in favor signify by aye.
aye.
Aye, motion passes 3-0.
Is the price gonna go up on these? Like, is this something we should just do, because we got the quote right now, and you wanna replace the 8, that we should just have these right now? But I'm
They've
just
been
saying,
coming down some, because there for a while, they were way up, but
so
they've been coming
the
down.
price has come down.
Not much, but a little bit, they stabilize it, we'll say, but you never know, I mean,
I guess
Good
I'm just saying, if you're
disaster.
gonna close these no matter what, should we just
But
prepare
it
to
all
buy them
depend-
right now and have it ready to go to switch, or no?
it all depends on the customer though, because if they don't wanna change their side, it's costly for them to change their side out.
Okay.
Because they're pretty much have to run new wiring inside, I mean, you're talking,
So even though it
Cable.
sounds like it makes sense to have some extra at the price, you know, they
You
financially
just
are
don't know
not
when they'll do
gaining.
it.
you know,
How long before this would be done, do you think?
I'll order it and the transformer is out 16 to 20 weeks, I think, on
So there's
theirs.
still a ways.
We still got a lot more costs on our side, you know, we'll run through the electric department, but we're gonna put new wire to it, it's got the old eccentric wire that has the ground parts on the outside of it. We'll put new lifetime guaranteed wire in.
That's
About-
good that that company wanted to do their part and make it get done and be a lot safer for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, moving on, last August, we purchased a pump for McDonald's lift station. These are our biggest pumps we have in town. Since then, we've had the two, we bought it as a spare, we put it in, we had to pull the two other ones out that's in there. One was completely destroyed pretty much. But Custer's, I had them, they ended up getting one salvaged out of, taking parts out of both of them to make one pump. So now we don't have a spare, and we had a demo done here back in the summer, last summer, on a grinder pump that would pretty much take care of like the wipe issues we have and stuff like anything through it. It cuts it into 3/4 inch pieces, just chops it up. The demo they had, they took an extension cord that was probably 3/4 of an inch and they just chopped it up like no problem. They would throw a towel in and it'd come out just in pieces. The thing is, they're a little more expensive, and not everybody has grinder pumps. But I did go ahead and put the price on that we paid for the pump that we got last time was $22,907. Then I had another one quoted through Kester, our company that rebuilds our pumps, an ABS pump. That was $22,000. And then I had the grinder pump through Gas Voda for $26,211. A lot of companies they don't grind them, but they go to a pass-through pump. In 4th Street, we have them. We have very few issues with 4th Street. What it does, it's like a cyclone inside of it or a tornado. It'll take larger pieces through it. It'll take I think that one's rated for 2 to 3 inch pieces. And it will travel through it without plugging it up. This ABS will take like 3 3/4 inch pieces of solids through it without plugging it. But the issue we have there, you send it down the stream to another lift station, and then you're plugging it up. If we don't have the same thing all the way through, and then the time it gets to plant, you're not cutting it up, we're pulling out bigger chunks on our fine screen, which plugs it up.
So you're saying we need one of these at least?
I'd like to get the grinder pump to put in. I mean, we discussed with the guys and stuff like that, and they'd like to see one in the lift station like that too, to see if it helps with the downstream of getting big chunks of stuff through that lift station.
So we purchased that, right, out there at McDonald's.
Yep.
Then we would still have a spare for that
We would
one?
take- we would
Or
take-
you would take the one that's in there now.
The one I
out,
had rebuilt, we'd keep it for a spare, just in
Put
case
this
something.
new one if we approve it,
Yep.
but the one that we use as a spare wouldn't be the grinder pump, but it would get us by,
If we had to put one in there, yeah.
so we still, okay.
Because we had, here, the last issue we had one pump left, so if something happened to it, you had no
So
other
you would
pump.
want a spare anyhow, now
Right.
now you're saying if we're gonna do a spare, it's really gonna get put in, we might as well buy that better of.
A grinder
of
pump,
the-
yeah.
okay. It's up to you guys. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. That probably gets used the most out there.
Yeah, we've got,
Yeah, that's,
there's only two that feed the plant. McDonald's is one of them and
Yes.
4th Street's the other.
yeah, those are your two that are really doing
Yeah.
most work in town. The one on 4th Street, has it got the grinder?
No, it has a cyclone pumps in it that will take the parts, send it to the main lift station that plugs them pumps up.
Then we at least have someone there.
Right.
How long do these usually last?
The last ones were in there 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you might pull them out and rebuild them, but you can rebuild them so many times till they go bad. The one that got destroyed, I don't even know what they found in it, but it completely locked it up and broke the shafts and broke it in pieces.
So it's about $3,300 more than the one we purchased in August, but it's a different.
Right.
And the one that we purchased in August will become our spare.
It's the same brand. It's the same brand of pump that was in there, but it's just a different. It's a chopper. It's got blades on the bottom of it.
What do you think, Bill?
No, I talked to Brian previously.
Okay, we need a motion to.
So we're doing from this Desvado for 26.
Gas photo.
Desvado. I approve we purchase the grinder pump from Desvado for $26,211.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, signify by aye.
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 Aye, motion passes 3-0.
Last month we were talking about the vac, a demo on the vac truck. We actually went to Waterloo and had a VacCon truck they demoed. And we sat down on their demonstration. You guys got to see how everything works on a new truck compared to our gyms that we have. We have another one scheduled next week here for back door. Then I got one more on the schedule after that. Then we decide what way we want to go between the guys and everything discussions we have. So that's where we're on that.
So you're still looking to maybe get a new one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's something we gotta have. I mean, next month I'll probably have to bring our jet up here and I'll park it outside so everybody can see it. See what we work
Is
with.
that needed?
You'll see. That's all I have, unless you guys got questions.
Any questions, guys?
I got one thing. Here in the last couple of weeks, I'm sure anybody that's on the Villa Connect group or Villa Connect period has probably seen the garbage that somebody dumped a couple trailer loads worth of fencing and post and everything else at the compost site. There is a camera there, and I think I've spoken to Brian, and he has a new camera ordered for that. But with the camera he had, it does clearly show a vehicle and 2 people pulling the stuff out of the back of it. So I did talk to the town attorney, and he said we have every right to have this posted on the Villa Connect's page. So Brian, if you can get that posted, and if you could, at that point, just say any information anybody has on whoever these people may be, please contact
Or
the police
recognize
department.
it needs to be from you, right?
Yeah, you can have it from you, and
Just saying, does anybody recognize these individuals or this vehicle?
That,
Because apparently you couldn't read the plate.
I picked out most of it.
Because I thought we had done cameras purposely, so we could.
The cameras are what, 4 or 5 years old? And that just, yeah, and I've got
We need to make sure
order
we
replacement.
can see this. 'Cause
We got new cameras.
I'm not on social media, but I went back to get some malt Sunday and I saw that, and that's horrible.
We got-
Whoever did this should know better, because there's a sign right where they dumped it.
Yeah.
It is.
You could not see the sign, so
We got
that's
new
terrible.
cameras for the recycling.
Yes.
We didn't get
Okay.
new cameras for the
I
market.
got another one ordered for them.
Okay.
So that was, you should get that on there. I mean, maybe someone will come on there and.
That whole pile's not from them people, though. They only had the fence they dropped off. That pile is from multiple
Somebody
people.
started it and people were like, oh.
I
I
do
mean,
have-
you could just say, have someone, you know, 'cause it's probably gonna be anonymous. Probably just contact town hall. I'm sure you don't wanna put your number on there, so.
I'll put it, call the police department, and recognize the people.
Yep.
I do have pictures of one other vehicle that's dumping under too, that there's a furniture on there.
Well, I mean, that's back there for people to use. That's taking it too far. There's no need for whoever did that. That's wrong.
Absolutely. That's all I
Okay.
have. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. Town marshal, Glenn.
For last month, we had 529 calls for service, pretty busy month. I don't have anything else, maybe just a little bit of update. Vehicles ends being wired, Cradle Point came in last week. Should expect delivery, payment of the vehicle will be this week. Payment of the install probably maybe 2 weeks out, something like that. So that's all I have. I don't have anything else.
I did have a person from town ask me about Vice Boulevard. So I'm just curious.
So,
Anything you can give, I know you gotta be kind of.
yeah, we're looking into that. I've already had a conversation with the town attorney. Our code enforcement officer is in the process of sending ordinance violations. And just to give you an idea on that situation, I think we had 9 calls of ordinance violations today that she dealt with the entire day. So everything from a parking complaint to a dog running at large to drafting the letter. Now this letter that's going to be sent will be CC town manager, town attorney, and then certified mail. So you got to remember, people that are listening, that when we have a violation like this, certified mail can be refused 3 times.
Yep.
So, and each time it's a 7-day period. So it's actually not 5 days. Somebody said, well, it's 7 days, 7 business days. So it's 21 days.
Okay.
So probably see some violations coming down or some notices, and then eventually, if they're not corrected, it'll be citations.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been working out well with the part-time that we hired. We've had a good report every month that things are getting looked at and getting taken care of.
Absolutely.
That's nice. Tell her thank you.
I will. I'll do that.
Any questions, guys? No more. Thank you. Thanks. Fire chief, please, Casey.
Okay, so we had 41 calls this month. We did end up missing 1. The reason on that is we are starting to have some problems with our paging system. And I've heard from a few people that their pagers have not been going off on certain calls. I got a hold of ERS, Emergency Radio Systems. They came out and it is the antenna that is on the water tower. It is not working correctly.
Didn't we just do that last year? 2 years ago?
I haven't done it since I've been here, so it hasn't been before that.
I swear we just did something with that.
But what they're thinking is that when they painted the water tower, something happened to the antenna. And they've said they've seen that several times, where the one time somebody snapped an antenna in half and took a broomstick up and taped it back together to make it look like everything was fine and never said anything. So
That could be.
the issue that we're running into is it's about $4,000 to $5,000 to pay a crew to climb the tower, fix it, replace it. So I have a solution that's actually not going to cost us anything.
You're not climbing it, are you?
No. Recently up in Kendallville, we went to what's called, it's 800 paging. It's paging off of a different frequency, the same thing that we talk on, which is different than what we're paged on now. We can switch to that. All of our pagers, everything already have that capability of receiving those frequencies. The tower for that is actually between Avilla and Kendallville, so there's plenty of coverage. And ERS has offered, because a lot of other departments are interested in it, ERS has offered to do the programming for free to get it up and running for us as kind of a way of testing it out to see how it'll work for Noble County.
It doesn't cost.
So
I'm actually, that's fine. The only thing is not necessarily for permission, so don't, but maybe just let, Milton know about what you're gonna do with that.
I talked to him today about it.
Okay, thank you. That way he's just a relief since he's not here.
Yeah. So I know it sounds almost too good to be true.
What's the catch?
There really, from what I have come up with, there really isn't a catch. 800 paging has been working great for us up in Kendallville. Steuben County has went to it for their whole county. DeKalb has went to it. LaGrange is going to it. Whitley's going to it. It's just kind of that next phase and how the paging is happening.
Maybe there isn't a catch since everyone's
And
maybe it's just.
There's other departments that are looking into it. And so.
Why do they want to program it for free though? Like, what are they? They're
So-
trying to get some out of it.
They like me.
Yeah,
What's
I'm just
that?
personal, they just love me. There was another tone that they wanted to use for an all-call thing, and it was too close to one of our fire tones. And so they can't use it at dispatch, and because they messed up, and because they're trying to test out this new program, they want to do ours for free.
Good.
So about the only thing it will cost us is around $100 for the format for the pagers. For me to be there, they'll put it on my computer and I can just go through and reprogram.
Is that a monthly cost hidden
Nope.
behind this somewhere?
No
Coming
monthly
down
cost, nothing
in a
like
year?
that. Nope.
For us to keep managing this, it's gonna be monthly.
No.
They might come someday
No.
and say something.
Yeah, Joe be gone, so,
I mean, like I said, I know, I get it, because when they told me that too, I had my,
But if they do that, it's gonna be for all the communities.
Correct.
I mean, they're not just coming for a village.
yeah, like
So-
that stuff.
but
Yeah.
basically,
True.
yeah, Avilla we're kind of gonna be the test pilot to see how to make sure that everything will work for the rest of the county is kind of how it's gonna be. But it's worked out great in Kendallville. We haven't had any problems
So how are
with
we
it
the
up there.
how are we the test then if Kendall's using it?
Because it's two different dispatch centers. Kendallville has their own dispatch
Gotcha,
center.
okay,
So, and we go through Noble County.
okay,
So Noble County has to be reprogrammed.
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
It's just kind of a heads up on that, because luckily I'm not coming in here asking for $4,000 or $5,000 to try to
I
get
mean,
it.
if we didn't
So
have
we
it,
can then just, don't you have to worry about that?
Yeah,
Just
that'll
sit up
just
there?
become obsolete.
Okay.
So, it may be one of those things to where if for some reason a big event happens and our 800 system goes down, we can revert back to that, but it's not something that I'm going to put money into.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it or not. My new truck has the graphics on it. Just wanted to let you guys know that got done. The building. So we kind of ran into a little bit of, I don't want to call it a snafu, but CME and Milton and I met the other day. CME is asked to rescind their part of the engineering because if they engineer it out and help us with the bidding process, they can't bid to build the building.
and we just approved that.
And yeah, just approved that last month. So they're asking if we could rescind that, and then Milton and I have been, actually, I'm going to give a lot of credit to Milton because he knows a lot more than I do about this stuff. But he's already been in contact with some new engineering companies that would be able to work through that I think it's RFQ.
Yeah, RFQ.
Yeah, then he has to approach us about
So,
accepting another engineering company.
we didn't pay the 48,000 yet, right?
We just agreed to have him do the work.
So, but now it could be a different price.
Unfortunately.
From different companies that we don't know who they'll be.
I know some of the companies that he's contacted, the companies that he's worked for,
Right.
or worked with in the past.
It
And
just puts us
as
a
well.
little bit further behind than we already are, but it's out of our control. I mean, we talked about this, I know Milton talked to each one of us individually about it, and the only thing I told him, and these guys would say the same, is, of course, it kind of put us behind, but you would think CME, they would have known. But apparently they didn't. Now, we have no choice but to rescind theirs and go to another one, and then they can put in a bid, and, they have the right to do that, so at least they're letting us know, or they, something bad would happen.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I'm not
It's just unfortunate.
gonna say I wasn't disappointed, but
Confused
I
that they
also
wouldn't
understand.
know that, though, just confused, that those gentlemen would have no idea, but maybe they didn't, I don't. So I don't know, I mean, maybe we should vote and make a motion to rescind that, since we did vote that last month, guys, I think we should, to be safe. And then, of course, that'll be all we have to do tonight on
That's
that.
fine. You good then?
Yeah, go ahead.
I vote that we rescind the CME engineering proposal for $48,800.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 3-0.
Well, that was coming out of the common fund too, your fund, right? When that 48.8 coming
Yeah.
out of the fire.
The-
But it's rescinded, and you never spent any money, so Lisa, you should be, there's no issue at all. Okay. It's unfortunate.
Last thing I have, and I'm not necessarily expecting a vote on it tonight, I'm just kind of giving you an update where we're at. I do have a quote here for a new tornado siren, in addition to the two that we have. I'm waiting on another quote from another company as well. The two companies that I was given that are in this area that do this is this company and then ERS.
Okay.
So I'm waiting on another quote from them, but I wanted to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at for a new tornado siren, the 39,000. So, but that comes with the battery backup system and everything that our two current ones do not have. So I'm also getting quotes on getting the battery backup for those.
Can I ask what phase that, is that single phase or three phase?
This says 240 VAC. Is that?
Could be either way.
48 VDC, 120 VAC power converter.
That's what it's saying.
It
That
does.
must be a clarifying question, Brian, then,
Okay.
for them.
Well, and we will, and like you said, there may be another quote, but give us an idea that it's roughly about $40,000 to put a siren in. Where would this be?
I'd
Where are
say,
you thinking?
I would like to see it in the ball field, kind of up here, because that will reach the north part of town, and then I'm pretty
And
sure.
then where are the other, where's the two that we have now?
The two we have right now is out on Green Drive, and then one at the fire station.
Okay.
I could barely hear the one at my house on Main Street from the fire station.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and that's one thing that I also want to try to get is, and I'll get with Brian on this and see if maybe they can take the bucket truck up and just do a quick inspection on it to make sure that everything up there, there's not like bird's nests and stuff in there that are keeping it from turning how it's supposed to and stuff like that, to make sure that, I mean, we can look into, I can look into updating them too, just to see,
Just the heads of them and things like that.
yeah, to see how much that would be, if you'd like.
I wouldn't hurt.
So,
The one
okay.
fire station's been here since I've been here.
Has it? So yeah, it might
That's
not be a bad idea. to look into.
Original air raid siren.
It's like 45 years.
Used to sit on the water tower.
Yeah.
It was,
Look
before
at-
my time, before your time too.
And maybe even a little bit of
That was donated
refurbishment.
by the
We took it down.
Okay, that is all I have.
Any questions, guys?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Park department, anything, Jerry?
Yeah, I got it. The dugout roofs are really bad shape, so I'm putting out estimates to get them replaced. And the stuff that's on there now, the OSB, it's getting pretty bad underneath. So I'm requesting to have it all
All
Treated.
6 dugouts?
treated level. Yeah, all the dugouts.
Okay.
But I'm gonna request to use treated. It'll last longer, plus it won't get,
Has
because it's out in the
baseball-
elements all the
has
time, even the
baseball,
bottom part.
softball approached you about that?
Pardon?
Has baseball, softball approached you about that too? Or just stuff you noticed?
I just did it.
Okay.
But, well, they did suggest that Nucor was gonna, they confronted them about wrapping them
Yeah, that's what I thought, something.
and possibly putting metal on top, but they haven't got back with them yet.
Well, maybe while you're looking for quotes, maybe you can have some, reach out to one of them and see if there's any of that alternative too. You know, so that way when we do decide what we're gonna do. Was it something you're gonna start getting some quotes soon? We're gonna have it for
I've
next
already-
month or?
Yeah, I've already gotten 2 so far, but I haven't got the actual coats in.
Okay.
They're supposed to,
Hopefully you can have some information, have the quotes for next month, Jerry.
Yeah.
And then also information from the baseball, softball, if they have someone that's gonna come in and do some of that work, so that maybe your quotes won't be needed.
yeah, I was getting the quotes and they were supposed to work on with the Nucor and possibly some of the help from some of the guys and coaches, or
Sure. Okay.
they were supposed to get back with me on that, but they,
Okay, yeah, that'll work, right, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Anything else?
I think they're gonna be making me some signs too for the tennis courts. They donated 2 new nets. I just haven't got it put up yet, but we're gonna have some signs put on there for no bicycles, rollerblades, scooters, or any of that.
Yeah, well, if they're up there, at least most of them will listen.
Right.
I mean, but, you know, they should be up there, but.
So hopefully that will deter some of them from getting on there. I know it's not gonna stop them, but it'll help.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's all.
I got one thing. I know it's been pretty wet up there yet. Have you decided or made any kind of time frame to get that new piece of playground equipment put in?
No,
yet?
it's pretty sloppy down
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Where we were originally gonna put it, me and Milton got to talking. It's putting it kinda close to the horseshoe pits. It's probably far enough away, but I was down there a lot last summer watching, and sometimes those shoes will hit the top of them stakes and bounce off and go over everything. So he's thinking, well, maybe we don't put it there. So he suggested to put it behind the community center.
Farther up toward.
Well, it'd be between the old swing set and the community center.
It'll still be out back.
Yeah, it's still be in the same
On
place.
the
Right.
outside of the swing set.
But some of that
Might
ground
make more
will-
sense just for safety.
What's that?
That would probably make more sense for safety.
Yeah, right.
So those pits.
Well, I suggested maybe put a chain link fence, and I thought, no, maybe that ain't gonna.
That's more money to.
Right.
That's
Plus,
not needed.
Roger will have a cow when he. I got some more stuff.
Understand that. Anything else, guys?
And sounds like mine, dog. Yeah.
Okay, anything, guys?
No, good.
All right, thank you, Jerry.
Jerry.
RDC, I see three of them.
Yeah, we submitted our annual report. I believe it got sent via email, so you had a chance to review.
Okay.
Not a very active year, so not a lot to report.
Yeah. You get it? This email. You get it?
No, probably because we don't have the town of Avilla email.
We'll get it though.
Well, we
get it.
submitted to Milton, so.
Moving forward.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get it.
Okay.
Anything else, man? Thanks for what you guys do, as always. Thank you. Attorney, Bob.
Last meeting, I was tasked with drafting a complaint. The first draft is done. The final draft will be done this month, and I will be prepared to file at the end of the month. It has been suggested that I may contact the Attorney General. That may change things after I've had a chance to speak with the Attorney General's office. So I'll be getting in contact with them, and should they respond favorably or have suggestions, then I will suggest we call an executive session to discuss what they've advised me. Otherwise, I anticipate getting this ready to go and having it ready for filing by the end of the month. And then we'll have an executive session to discuss that one last time before we go forward.
Any questions, guys? Anything else, Bob?
Not this month. I had a very busy month leading up to this one.
Okay, thank you. Next is the clerk treasurer report. That's kind of what Bob was talking about. The individual is not here again tonight. And we know that story, so it's unfortunate. I'm hoping, Rita, if you are listening, that you will come to work, as that's what you owe us taxpayers. You do have keys that fit that door. You might not be watching this, but someone that knows you is, so you need to be accountable for what you're doing. Enough is enough. Accept it, come to work, do your job, or it's time to resign. Okay, thank you. Next is town clerk report, ladies.
So our new furniture is on track to be delivered the first week of May. Petra has some quotes I think she wants to talk about for painting. We'd like to possibly get that done and coordinate it hopefully before the furniture comes. Sealy said that if we needed to push back delivery a week or two, that they are more than happy to store it for us if they need to, so that would not be a problem. The new phones from Benson, they are here, they're set up, they're not operable yet. Tomorrow probably should be the day that they'll get turned on. It takes about a week because of porting, and that has to do all with the previous phone provider system. Stuff that I didn't really understand, but we will be following up with Benson tomorrow if they're not operative by then.
Those new phones, Lisa, that we got,
Mhm.
I know there was some talk, Glenn, it was nothing to affect over here and the call-ins and all that, right? That all got taken care of,
They were supposed to, he came over and looked at it and asked me what the forwarding
because
line
the
was.
dispatch number,
Yep,
something
it's supposed to,
correct?
that's all supposed to be, which will, as soon as they put it live, we'll test it. And if
So
not,
that all was fine, I'm sure, Lisa, that was all part too, right? Okay.
far as I know.
Yeah, he came and looked at everything,
Take
and we
care of
sat
it.
down and had a meeting, so it better work.
Okay, I just was curious, I wanted to make sure we got it right.
That will tie into fiber his side. We have to run fiber over to that, his building.
but we can't split that switch until that happens, right?
I think so.
What?
Yeah, wait till
Yeah.
the fiber's hooked up to go through our system. Glenn doesn't have fiber to his building.
The phone will still work.
Hmm?
Oh, the phone will work.
Because it's a fiber
It's gonna
system.
go through our system
It
instead of.
operates off a fiber optic system, that's why. The current system we have is not connected to fiber optic, and I know our
When they
rolling.
port, they're gonna port everything.
You'll be able to find out, you'll know if it's gonna work.
All I know is that you run fiber to the building.
Yeah, understand. Okay, Lisa, thank you, go ahead.
And just the last thing that I have is I kind of want to toot our own horn here. Trex is the company that we found to go after people for non-payment, like people that had moved out of town, skipped out on their bill. And previously, the old method was to try to take them to court and get money out of them. this place goes after people's tax returns, and we're already getting $180 back. I know that seems small, but the people that they went after are actually people that were ordered through the court to make payments to us, and they weren't making those payments, so they were allowed to go after them, and that's the money that we're getting.
And
So
we've only been using this, what, a couple months maybe?
yeah,
Right.
yeah, and it only cost us $3 a person.
Yeah.
And that $3 covers the letter that they send out to the people.
Good.
So there's really virtually no cost, so it's a good deal and we're happy with it so far.
With their payments, it's just the way it's set up.
So, and we've got 2 more other people that they've got on the hook, we just haven't received notice that we're getting the payment yet.
Awesome. Absolutely.
Now we
Good
got
job.
a few more to send out.
That's all I've
Okay.
got.
So you said May, the 1st of May is when the furniture would come in, but now we want to talk about painting. Now, everything was gonna, we looked into everything out here, just knock the bathroom and knock that storage, right? So
Right.
it's even the hall, the kitchenette, right?
Right.
Okay. So do you want to talk about this, feature one of you, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, we'd like to get it painted before the furniture comes, and so we would start with that area back here. And it's gonna be in stages, and it's gonna be dirty, and it's gonna smell, and we're gonna have to close the
it is.
drive-through window for a couple of weeks. Cause I'm probably gonna be in that office, and Lisa's gonna be in that office, so we won't be able to use the
True.
drive-through for a
That's true.
short time. I mean, people can still drop off their bills in the box, but we wouldn't be answering the window, so they'd all have to come in here and do it. But, yeah, we just would like to get that done.
Do you want to go through the quotes, or us, or?
Well,
Okay.
if you can see BZA or whatever,
Yeah, we have 3 quotes, the lady's got 3 quotes.
the one is quite high,
Yeah,
we
that
have-
one's,
and I don't, yeah, they might not be interested in doing it. And then we got the other 2.
Yeah, we have BZW,
That's
we have
it.
Bruce Butler Painting, and we have H&D Painting. H&D Painting was the highest,
Yes.
so that has to rule them out.
Right,
Now-
32,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, BZW, the only questions, and, you know, as I looked at these quotes earlier, it sounds like, you know, the one, Bruce Butler Painting, gave 2 different quotes. And, Peter, you might not know this answer, but I think you're the one that gathered them. Is the wallpaper all getting torn down?
yeah, it has to be taken
Out of all
down
3
to
of these
make it look
quotes,
nice.
All 3 quotes?
Yes.
All 3 people that quoted said
Yes.
they're taking all wallpaper.
Well, the butler,
I don't think he is.
He's got 2 different options. The one looks
yeah,
like,
he was gonna use oil paint and
one looks like he's
drywall.
Yeah, one looks like he's not taking the wallpaper off, and that one's cheaper. And the other one looks like he's gonna take the wallpaper off, and that one's more expensive than BZW.
Well, everybody that came in here said that we should take the wallpaper off, otherwise the wall's gonna look like that wall behind here. Crappy, and I mean, if we wanna
Yeah.
get it done, we ought to get it
Well,
done right.
like Andy is stating, Bruce Butler Painting, one of his, he has 2 quotes on here. One of his
Right.
quotes is the second highest. But then his other quote is the lowest, but then he talks about, and maybe you can answer this, he says, but it would be typical of many painters in the trade to cut just the bad spots out of the wallpaper and skim with drywall mud. Prime and paint using 2 coats eggshell. So my question, if you would know this, I read that like he's not gonna peel all this wallpaper off. He's only gonna, like he says, typical of many painters in the trade to cut just the bad spots out of the wallpaper. So I don't think he's tearing all the wallpaper down for that lowest price. And if that's the
Right.
case, we don't wanna go with that, because
No.
I'm not a painter, but I would think you would
Right.
take all your wallpaper down. And then you would skim it, or whatever, you know, whatever they would do to cover over that. And I'm not a contractor, but.
Right,
Well, by that too, if he's just going to cut out the bad spots and then he's gonna skim it with drywall, it's gonna make a smooth spot on the walls and no spots if he just. puts
Because
drywall.
usually you have to get, that's why we ask for 3 quotes, and Bob will know, and then normally Brian knows, Glenn knows, we usually have to, even Casey we have to take that lowest quote of if you're comparing apples to apples. I don't think the Bruce Butler painting is comparing apples to apples with him having the lowest, whereas if we compared his other one to apple, then BZW has the lowest.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
That is correct, and I believe that you've identified that the lower of the two quotes that was submitted is not the same as the BZ.
That's the way I looked at it.
Right.
So I believe the best option is probably BZW.
Yes.
Now, and like you've already kind of mentioned this, but on his quote, or this individual's quote, it will work to be performed during work hours. That means
Right.
they are gonna be here during the day, during business hours.
Right.
They're not gonna come up at night, understandably, that's a business, so. It sounds like you ladies already know that, and you've already tried to start
Yeah.
making some different plans.
I just like to, BZW explains more of what they're doing. I mean,
Right.
his $12,905, it doesn't really explain a lot besides painting
Yeah.
and skimming.
It
This
doesn't have a lot.
one says, remove all existing wall covering glue throughout, so they're gonna remove it all.
Right.
I mean, that, it tells you what they're gonna do.
So I guess what we would hope for is if and when we vote on someone tonight, they can get this done soon
Yes.
before the furniture, but I don't know what these three stated to any of you on how long before, if they won the quote, how quick could they come?
I believe BZW said that he could get 2 guys up here.
Before the month end, probably,
Yes.
which is still a couple weeks anyhow.
Mhm. Well, we still gotta empty all the cabinets and move all that stuff out, and Brian's guys will tear out this wall right here, and
How you doing?
we're gonna,
So Brian, what does that sound
I
like?
might be able to
Yeah.
lend you some muscle some days. if
Okay.
you
You're
need
gonna be
help.
here every day, right? Okay, so we're gonna try to coordinate to have this done
yeah.
in all that timely manner, the dates we need, okay?
He should just ask Brian guys nicely.
What?
Okay, so, if there's any questions, guys, otherwise we would have to make a motion on this.
I'll make a motion, we approve BZW Master Painters to basically redo the inside of the town hall, the amount of $11,856.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 3-0. Anything else, ladies?
Yes.
Okay,
We're also working on getting the outside beautified.
okay,
It's been a while, and we're talking to Katie here, and Brian came up with a nice idea, was a 20-foot fence piece, and put a nice sign in front of it, and maybe some flowers around it,
in the
or
areas
some
that we
pots,
have.
yeah, on the 2 sides here. So, and then Katie came up with an idea on putting a flower bed right here where the grass is, and making that all look nice, and we're trying to get that done before the festival.
Okay. Because
So
when we
once
tore
we
the
get
old- when we tore those old out, at some point we wanted to do something there. It's just a
Right.
little bit, there's questions on what to be done and what
Yes.
should be done. So
Well, we've been
we'll
looking
leave that
into
up to the professionals to handle that, and then we'll go from there, but the money's involved.
Yeah, once we get a quote.
Now you have to get that through to us. Okay, anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it?
Any questions?
Well, there's more, but we'll come
Nope.
up with that next
Okay,
time.
well, we don't have any new business or old business, but I know there's a couple people that normally are here all the time, and I didn't know if anybody had anything they wanted to bring up.
I have new business,
Oh, you have new business.
yes.
Skip.
So, the month coming up, correct me if I'm wrong, in the next 90 days, we'll have a domestic violence commission coming up throughout the county and state. So, they were wondering if they could post some blue ribbons for domestic violence month, and also possibly a banner for at the police or fire, or at the town hall, supporting the domestic violence awareness month, and maybe something on the banner saying this month is domestic violence awareness, please contact us. Yeah, hopefully you guys will be in favor of that. It's a good, a lot of different people will support that, the YW and the YM, I mean, they're, but it would need something that would need to be approved by the town board, because it would be on town property.
So you're wanting to put some ribbons up like on different telephone poles?
Yeah, or in the, at the,
Light-
yeah,
light
right,
poles.
maybe on the town hall thing there, is there, am I correct, Chris?
Yes,
Am I missing anything?
This is gonna be in October.
Okay.
Are you wanting to put banners up, or you want to put something on the?
I think they have a banner that they post on the ground that says domestic violence
Which
awareness.
you either, well, they're gonna be doing some workout, probably there still should be room.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Or in
yeah.
front of yours.
right.
Well, since we're talking about it, I think we should just go ahead and approve it, that we're
Yeah.
gonna give that approval. Does someone make a motion to approve that?
So I just, yeah.
I'll make a motion that we approve to put something on the banner out here for domestic violence month.
And then throughout the town or areas.
Yeah.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Thank you
Aye,
very much.
motion passes.
Thank you. I just want to make sure we get that
Good.
right.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
What color are we painting town hall?
Don't know yet. We get choices.
Don't we get to vote on?
No.
They
I
do,
think,
they do.
How
Yeah,
about green,
yeah.
how about green like that?
Do you have a recommendation?
No, I was just curious.
Okay, 'cause, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a good question.
How about Arnett's shirt?
Perfect.
That will cost extra.
You ladies have probably been thinking about
The
it.
furniture people actually brought a, what is it, pallet, color palette up today, so
So you're just gonna try to
probably
look
gonna
through
be
it and
two,
figure something
yeah.
out?
And then he is gonna bring some more colors up here to pick, so.
Okay. We will
Gonna be
trust
bright
the judge.
orange and yellow.
Green and orange.
Black, right back to the '70s.
It'll stick right
Yeah.
on.
It's
Okay.
like velvet paintings.
There you go.
Yes,
I
I
assume,
just
yes.
want to update you about Restore. We've been working hard. I don't know if any of you realize, but that plate up there shows us that Avilla is turning 150 this year. So I'm making, Restore's job is to make sure everybody knows about it. You know, we'd like to get some kind of promotional item throughout, during the festival, of a fan or something made. And then we had talked to Birdie Barn about having a birthday party down there with some music and stuff, maybe in July. I don't want to take away from the Freedom Festival,
Sure.
obviously, so we'll do it later in the summertime. Our markets start in May, so it's the third Saturday of the month from May to October.
Just once a month?
Yep, once a month, at the Ely Park, 9 to noon,
Okay.
free to set up, so let people know about that. We had a park cleanup day scheduled for Saturday, but it looks like it's gonna be rough.
I think it makes.
So the only, my husband and I can help do it on Sunday, but that's it. After that, I'm too busy. We're gonna just mulch the, around the gazebo and around the bathrooms, and then last year we did the community center with the extra mulch we had, so. If anybody would like to help, are you okay with Sunday, Jerry?
What's your time?
Well, we did have it at 10, but I thought maybe we just, since we're moving the whole thing maybe to noon, or
Start
let
at
it warm
noon?
up a little
You
bit.
on Sunday?
Well,
Yeah.
people in church, and you might.
Yeah, it's supposed to be going in the 40s.
Yeah, it's supposed to be middle 40s. It's gonna be colder, but
Just dress up, because you're just gonna
Right.
be outside anyhow.
so.
Sunday at noon.
Yeah, I think I'll just get
Park
it
cleanup,
postponed
everyone
tonight.
invited. Matt,
Um,
everyone's invited.
Yep.
Sunday, that means you too, Matt.
Thank you. Sunday.
This Sunday,
I'm gonna change it on
start at
Thursday.
noon, park cleanup.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, because Lindsay just posted it today. So, and then my new hat here, not this hat, but auxiliary asked me to talk to you guys about hometown hero banners. Judy says we have 35 hometown hero banners to hang this year, and we've had some conflict about how many posts we're allowed to use and this and that. And I was like, this is America 250. We need hometown hero banners down the whole street. So I don't know how many we can use. I know that there's going to be 3 on Lay Street because Phil Lay pays extra just to have them on Lay Street. But the
Okay.
rest of them,
Is that something, Brian, at the town you guys have done?
We've done it in the
Help the ladies.
past, but then they got somebody, because we got so busy last year, they got somebody else to do it.
Dave DeConnick.
Yeah.
And why they can't use them all, I'm not sure, because some of those,
I think the chamber like hangs
Chamber
like
bought some, yeah.
spring or summer banners, but I mean,
I
this
haven't
is
seen anything
different
for
here.
summer yet.
Yeah.
So, I guess, Brian, I mean, is this something you guys have done in the past, you'd be willing to help, or is it something that the league?
How many are we allowed to hang
Legion
out
did it
here?
last year.
Yeah.
I guess they should go hang as many as they want,
Yeah, I
because
think.
How about it? Okay.
We're gonna
The only- I know
Especially if
Christmas
we beat
ones
the stuff that they can hung up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about it?
Yeah, I just, being an America 250 is kind of, we're red, white, and blue.
You don't mind being someone that can contact if they needed to, right, Ryan?
No, not at all.
I mean, not to put them up, just to ask questions. Be the liaison for them. You don't need to put them up.
I did,
I'll
he
send the
got the
lady
last
back.
meeting
I'll tell them all your numbers.
Yeah, and I
They
think,
talk.
yeah, I think that's it. Nobody else asked me to
That
ask
would
you
be
guys
neat to have
questions.
them up. for this.
Yeah, I
Very
think so
good.
too.
Yep.
So, that's it.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
So I'm with I'm Monique, and I'm with the Avilla Sports Foundation. And, like Jerry mentioned earlier, we did purchase the 2 nets for the tennis courts. We have one of the 2 signs already here, ready to hang. We just haven't done that yet.
Okay.
The other one's still on its way. I know when he talked about the dugout replacements, we are still working with our contact at Nucor to finalize specifics, but I know we were waiting for Jerry to get the quotes. The boys had mentioned that obviously most of the roof of some of those dugouts are really bad, along with the roof frames, so we won't start wrapping until those are replaced, because they're moldy, falling apart, so we don't want to wrap that with the metal until they get replaced.
Did you hear that, Jerry?
No.
Okay, she's saying that the ball, softball, baseball, they're still working with their contact at Nucor, but they're waiting on you for those quotes that you said come up the board and the shingle and all that needs to be done, and then they would come in after you had that finalized, they would know, and then they could come in and have that metal wrapping put around. So maybe by next month, you can have a quote for the 6 dugouts on whoever is gonna be the one that's gonna do that work, and then they in turn would do that metal work that you thought maybe they would do.
Oh, so I would take care of the actual decking and the fascia part, and you guys would put the metal on top?
Mhm.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, just the pictures that we have on some of them are just so bad. We obviously don't want to wrap them and them not be replaced.
Without it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what Ren originally wanted to do, because of the coaching situation, everybody's a coach out there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, we have more than enough people to help if we were gonna do it. Like if you got the quotes, I don't know if the company will do that, but we have more than enough dads willing to help get those replaced.
So if he
And then,
just
of course,
bought the
with the wrapping.
supplies, if he was able to get the quotes on the supplies needed, then the baseball, softball people would come in and actually put them on. We would have to pay someone to come in.
Possibly, if we talked about that as a board, we'd be probably more than willing to get help.
That would be a good thing for them to coordinate on and present next month.
Did you catch that though? That if you possibly just got your quotes for just the materials that are needed to replace the stuff needed, then the ball would coordinate with you and all of you would just install and do the work instead of paying a company to come in and do it.
Oh.
So that would be something that you need to coordinate with the baseball.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, but we're gonna need a big trailer to haul all
We need a dump trailer.
the tear off.
Yeah. But instead of getting quotes to have someone come in and do all the work.
Just get the quotes for the materials.
Correct. Okay,
Okay, well, that works.
and you guys can coordinate that.
Okay.
Anything else, my dear?
No, I think it's just the dugouts to get those right. And then,
And then that's for the tennis court, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Any, going once, twice, 3 times, see ya, okay. We'll need a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? Second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Bob.